On the real, bro. Could have been riding. Could have been riding in the back seat with your boy. You know what I'm saying? She wanna act like that though. It's all good. It is all good. Damn, it'd be dope. Get a pink one for the missus. Ain't that right? Man, shut up, Sam. Shut up, Sam. Just shut up. I'm saying though, yo, hey bro, fuck all that. Niggas ain't fucking with me, bro. I'm saying, hey bro, no way, no. You smell it, right?
I said the smell on here. The onion makes me hungry.
You smell it, right? Good onion, see? Yeah. You see, she made it special for me, you know? She don't do that for everybody. Oh, man. You are the best. Oh, hey. Good look. All day for you. All right, boss man, bag me up. Yo.
I don't know. What the look? What the good? 6 or 5?
Oh, you got me.
Give me one number 6. One number 3.
All right.
Couple hours.
2 hours before you close the kitchen.
They during Ramadan, they can't eat.
Oh
till
yeah.
7 o'clock.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's 5 o'clock, you know.
Yeah, I know. Well, I know. That's why I'm saving this. All right, I will see y'all. Thanks a lot, man. See you. You here tomorrow? Yeah. No, some days you're not here. You know. We'll see you tomorrow though, for sure. All right. All day, man. Great. Let's go. Alright, man. I have to do this video here. Man. Shout out to the elder. Because I knew for sure that you would have covered this video. Elder Baba. But you didn't. Why, I don't know. Maybe it's because I feel the same way about it. Well, we're going to talk about this shit right now. Let me tell you something. I was just, this is nothing, like the guards told me, right? The guards told me that, hey, Sam, this is nothing to be proud of. You know? They told me that twice. When I was locked up in the same tier that these motherfuckers got out of. But see, they were all on the first floor though. I was on the second floor. The door that they pulled open, I was looking at this, I'm like, really? Really? You know, because they make it seem like they got out the door first and then went through the plumbing system. No, They went through the plumbing system first. The plumbing system is inside of the cell itself. Let me give you guys a backstory on my arrest. Which, you know, the case was dismissed, man, because, you know, there was a guy who I thought that was my older brother. His wife, you know, when I realized that they weren't family, I cut off my funds on them, and they did everything they could to try to say that I assaulted them and that I was threatening them. And, you know, the judge noticed that, you know, this situation, I didn't know I'd had a warrant on me for 2.5 years. I didn't know. You know, so when I had an encounter with the police, yeah, I got arrested, right? So, yeah, I was in there, and I'll tell you something else too about OPP, all these Paris prisons. The guards in there are very lenient, very easy to get along with. You know, That's why the guard was like, yo, this is nothing to be proud of. I was in there, man, like I was cool, like man, they had people in there I knew and shit. You know, they were like, yo, what's up? I was like, damn, nigga, I ain't seen you in years, nigga, what's up? You know, it was crazy. It was like a big ass party, really. So yeah, I got arrested. Ended up going in there, went through booking, and you know they have it separated. Women or wherever they are, and men. You know they have like I don't know. I'd say about maybe 8 or 9 different tiers. You know, so when I got into booking, I was hanging out with this pregnant girl. We were watching, some shit on BET. One of them movies on BET, Kingdom Come, or Why Did I Get Married? I don't know, some shit, right? Clowning with her, And then, even before I got booked, like, the booking lady, she was like, oh yeah, this is nothing right here, like you'll be out of here. You'll be out of here. It won't be any problem. You're good. You're good. So, yeah, I ended up having to change clothes and put on that orange jumpsuit and shit. That on the back it says OPP inmate. And I was just laughing at the shit because I was like, man, I told the guard, I was like, yo, man, this is just an experience for me. This is an experience. It's like, yo, man, this is nothing to be proud of. And then look, before I even went into the chair, they had this one guy who asked me, hey, I need to have a meeting with you real quick. I'm like, what type of meeting? Well, I need to know, your preferences. Are you claustrophobic? Ask me all these dumbass questions and shit, man, get the fuck out of here, man. Because in booking, I saw people I knew already. I was like, man, shit. Man, I hope I get a chance to go, me and Frank, man, in the chair, man. It's about to be pandemonium. I'm like, oh shit, Marcus in this bitch too, I was like, wow, dog, I ain't seen this nigga in years, you know what I'm saying? So, that's how it was. And I'm gonna tell you too, I do know 2 of the escapees. And I would never ever snitch. Have I seen them since they escaped? Hell no. But I hope y'all motherfuckers made it to Mexico. I'll tell you that right now. So, man, I get in there, like, I get in the chair, this is about like 7:30, 8 o'clock, right? But before I get in, like the guard, he decides to give me a tour of the place. And it's about 10 of us that they get put in, different tiers and shit, right? So, like 2 people went in one tier. He was like, yeah, this tier right here, everybody kind of keeps to themselves. They got white folks in here and a few Asians in here, and they're probably in there watching X-Men or Marvel comic movie or Ninja Turtles and all this, right? So we still walking. This motherfucker brought me upstairs, and then he was like, yeah, this part right here, it's kind of bad, and there's fights every day, and you gotta check them down and shit every day. I was like, oh no, this motherfucker's not about to bring me in here. And he didn't, like, he brought one dude in there, and then we went back downstairs, and we was on the 2nd floor, and he was like, yeah, over here, it's kind of wild, but it's not like how it is upstairs. And but yeah, every day that there's a fight going on there. God damn. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, real story. And then he brings me back downstairs, and then he says, like we go on like this other section of downstairs, right? And then he's like, yeah, this part right here is kind of bad as well. But these guys here, they're trying to make a name for themselves. I'm like, God damn, nigga, what the fuck? So yeah, I ended up having to go into that pod. And when I went in there, man, like everybody was like, "Yo, shit, what's up? Wow, wow, wow," like it was nothing but love up in there. Even the guard was like, "Yeah, man, damn, bro, you in here? I fucks with you." And I think the guard was like, like having like counselors and shit to come and keep me out of there like during the day and shit. You know what I'm saying? That was kind of weird. Because I was trying to hurry up and get back in there, and, the guard was trying to, like, keep me outside of the pod, man. And I was in the pod, man, like, everything was cool. Like, my cellie, if you ever watched the Prison Break, everybody who got out was downstairs. Like, there is no way anybody upstairs in the cells could have got out. Like, my cell was upstairs. Their shit was downstairs. So, I don't know how the fuck they did that, because lockdown is at 10 o'clock. Everybody watching TV and shit, like the motherfuckers upstairs was watching, Power and Boys in the Hood and Minister Society and shit, and the tier that I was in, the power went out. So, that day when I got in there, that night really, they had one Asian dude in there, one Vietnamese dude, and everybody else was black. We trying to, stack up tables and stack up the couches and shit, what I'm saying? So we can get to the TV to try to figure out why the cable isn't working. The guard was cool. The guard was like, what, fuck all that, man. Y'all can watch movies off my phone. I'll just link my phone up to the TV. So that's what we did. We was watching, like, all kind of videos on YouTube in that bitch, what I'm saying? Rap videos, everything, so, but then, lockdown came. I mean, serious, it's like a party, like music playing and shit, everybody eating Twinkies and all this shit. I didn't have any problem. Only problem I had is, who the fuck I'm gonna give all this shit to, like, cause, like, I was like, man, I'm gonna let my homie get the blanket, and I'm gonna let my cellie get the cups and all that other shit, the toothpaste and all that, what I'm saying? And then when it came down to the food, only thing I really had in there was like the green beans and the fruit cocktail and the bread. The meat, I didn't eat that shit. And then, like, the motherfucker would send me up, he, like, the one guy who was asking me if I was claustrophobic and shit, he had his supervisor to, ask me, to pull me out of the tier. And, there's a black lady, and she asked me, how am I feeling in here? Am I claustrophobic? Am I emotionally distraught and all this other shit? So I was like, man, come on, man, I'm straight, man. Let me get back in here. And then, the guy was like, man, everything is okay. I'm like, yeah, bro, this is an experience. And he was like, yeah, man, I'm telling you, man, this is nothing to be proud of, man. I know damn well it's nothing to be proud of. That was like before I went to court. Because I knew when I went to court and I was able to get in front of the judge, everything would change. So, I stayed in there that night. Next day, we fixing the TV and all this shit. We watching, gangster movies and shit, hood movies and shit, all on YouTube, right? And like 11:30, it was time to go to court. So I go to court, and I see the pregnant chick that I was talking to, and she had like maybe 6 other women that was with her. They were all shackled up and shit. And I was shackled up too, what I'm saying? With like, 5, 6 other motherfuckers. And man, when I got up in there, man, and the judge saw, like, man, this shit here has been out here for like 2 years, 2, 3 years. Oh man, look, we getting you out of here, man. This is dismissed, don't worry about this, And I was like, whoa, all right, cool. I thought I was about to get out of there about, I don't know, at least 4:30, 5 o'clock, So I went in there, like I went back to the chair. I was giving away shit. I was like, and it was cold as fuck up in there too. So I'm giving away not my blanket, Oh, I didn't tell y'all too, man. Look, oh man, so much shit up in there. All right, so Marcelli, we was upstairs, right? Marcelli, he was a Muslim dude, and he had a lot of books and magazines and shit, like a lot of inspirational books and all of that, And he spent a lot of time in his cell. So like when I got there the day before, I saw him like, all right, what's up, met him and shit, and I told him like, so, the mattress wasn't on the top bunk. You know what I'm saying? They only had the mattress on the bottom bunk. You know what I'm saying? The other mattress was like leaning against the wall, like where you see the toilet and all of that shit, on the escape video. So, man, we made an agreement instantly before I went back out there and walked downstairs and started playing checkers with these niggas and all that. Man, because that nigga never came outside of he never came out that cell. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else coming out their cell doing whatever and shit. Yeah, that motherfucker was in there bitch reading books the whole time. So, he was like, this is what we'll do, man, tonight, man. I'll sleep on the floor and you could take the bottom bunk. Because the top bunk had like all of his condiments and shit. His cups and his toothbrushes, toothpaste and all the other shit up there. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, fucking right, So he was respectful. Yo, this is real shit, you know what I'm saying? And that's why the guards was like, yeah, don't be part of it. Man, I mean, like, I'll tell you, man, like, two of my closest partners in there, man, that, like, they're not my closest partners in real life, but in there, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Man, there's two biggest motherfuckers in there, bitch. Yo, so, yeah, I would never be in the cell until it was lockdown. Lockdown was, like 10 o'clock. And also, like, in order for the escapees, anybody who escaped, they was downstairs, you know what I'm saying, in the bottom tier. Like, I was upstairs, like, there's no way. I used to stand on top of the desk, like, right by the toilet and look outside the window and try to figure out, like, where was north, east, south, But, yeah, lockdown. And the guards, I'm telling you, like, the guards, it's like the guards on Hustle and Flow, like at the end of Hustle and Flow. Yeah, I rap too. Them type of niggas. That's how they are in there. Alright, man. What else? What else am I missing? Cause I know, like, my folks like, oh yeah, well, he's a thug. No, I fought for what I stood for, and I ended up getting locked up, and they threw that shit out. And then, with me going to court at 11:30, 12 o'clock noon, and them dismissing that shit, I go back inside the tier, happy as fuck. Everybody like, oh yeah, nigga, you about to get out, we all celebrating and shit. Niggas celebrating for me, and weirdest thing, man, these motherfuckers still had it in there. And then I just started to get pissed off. And, all the big homies in there and shit, they were like, yo, man, go calm down. Just chill, man. You getting out, bro. Fuck that. So you know how much time we got? One nigga was about to be sent upstate, 30 kids and shit, on a murder and an armed robbery and shit. You know what I'm saying? And he was telling me that, like, man, nigga, you know where the fuck I'm going? Man, just chill out. You know what I'm saying? So, I had that problem. And then, my cellie, you dig, like, he was like trying to give me some books and shit to read. Like, man, I promise you, man, you start getting into this book, you read this book, before you know it, they'll be calling you and shit, man. Cause he told me that shit later on at night after they did lockdown. Lockdown is at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, I was still up, like, trying to really get the fuck out of here. And, but all downstairs, man, everybody was like, man, come on, man, come on, let's play a game of chess. Let's play a game of checkers. You know, yeah, like, man, I ain't trying to play this shit, nigga. I'm trying to get the fuck out of here. Yo, I couldn't sit down, bro. I couldn't sit down. I was ready to go. Bro, these motherfuckers woke me up at 1:30 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I was like, man, what the fuck is this? You know, and I was still up, like, really. You should have seen me inside the. Man, look. Anybody hear this story who was in there with me? You know what I'm saying? They know I'm telling the truth. Man, I was in there going crazy, bro. Everybody was like, niggas, go to sleep, chill the fuck out, go to sleep, nigga. You know. I think I just talked to the judge this morning. Nigga said I was going home. Nigga, I was just getting the fuck. I was supposed to be, oh man. I was like, I'm supposed to get the fuck out of here. You know, hey man, it was cool. It was cool with me in there, man. Even the guard was just, the guard hit me up 1:30 in the morning. By that time, because I was pissed, I had already gave away my shit. I gave away my blanket and all that shit, man. You know. So and then when I didn't realize that when they let me out, they was gonna ask for all that shit back. I'm like, man, I gave that shit away. You know what I'm saying? Man, get me the fuck out of here. You know, and I was cursing them out the whole entire time, and they were just taking that shit. You know, when they were signing me out to get out of there, and I got out the same time with the light skinned pregnant chick. You know. Like, she got out before me, I was still signing paperwork to get her out of there. Man, shit, I didn't get out of there till like 2 o'clock in the morning, cut my phone on. You know, I'm going up 2-lane and Broad, man. I end up walking past Claiborne. I get all the way to Loyola and 2-lane. They got a club right there. You know what I'm saying? On Loyola. I went to that club, man, got me a shot. You know what I'm saying? And then I made my way across the river. You know, and then fuck, bro. I just chilled, you know what I'm saying? Went to my partner store because he's opened up 24/7 and shit. You know, talked to him, told him everything that was going on. Until the sun came up, nigga made me some breakfast. Hey man, true story. But hey, we talking about these escapees. Yeah, I hope. I ain't gonna say no names, but I hope that you motherfuckers are smart enough to go to Mexico, man. You know what I'm saying? Go to Mexico. Go to Mexico. Alright? Go to Mexico, bro. Get away from this bullshit. You know, man. And you know, I can agree with what the governor said, because the governor said that a lot of those prisoners have been in there for so long where they should have already have gone to trial, and that's true. That's true. I mean, I was in there with motherfucking second-degree murderers, and all I had was just some simple, basically, you know, verbal assault. Like, somebody saying that I was threatening to take and kill them and threatening to hurt them, but come to find out, they was threatening me. But they tried to flip the shit around, filed a police report against me, ended up having a warrant on me, and I ended up in a pod full of fucking killers and robbers. I guess motherfuckers thought that I wasn't gonna make it down there, man. Hey, come on, bro. On my own strength, and I say I'm no gangster. I'm no gangster at all. I know how to carry myself. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you would not believe it, man. Like, I wasn't trying to be either. Like, you know, because they noticed that I was like raw emotion. I wasn't trying to act, look, I need to be the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not claustrophobic. And they just started telling me, like, yo, man, I'm in here for this, man. Man, just sit down, bro. Just be cool, bro. You know what I'm saying? You about to get out, bro. You about to, you know what I'm saying? Like, your joke's gonna be over. Man, you about to roll out of here, and I got a lot of respect just for just being myself in there. And I tell you, man, man, look, them niggas in there, bro. Yeah. I can tell you some stories about that shit, but I've seen a lot in there within, those 2.5, 3 days. Actually, 2 days. Yeah. 1.5 days, 2 days, yeah. But I seen a lot in there. I wasn't supposed to be in there. But I know how they got out. Because I saw that same door that they were pulling and yanking on and shit, you know what I'm saying? That's the one door that nobody ever touched when I was there, Because if you had like a wide screen of that, you could see the tier, and there's checkerboards, and like the table, it has a checkerboard etched in it, and the chessboard etched in it, backgammon and shit like that. If you get a wider view, then you can see, where the guard sits. The guard sits behind the glass. So everybody is inside of that pod, and it's usually about, I don't know, maybe 20, 30 motherfuckers in there. So I know how it is, but I say salute to them niggas, man, for getting up out of there. Now, for me, what they had me charged with, would I have left? No, I wouldn't have left. Hey, would I snitch on them niggas? Fuck no. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if y'all trying to pay me $100,000. You know what, Louisiana, they probably tax you for that shit. Like right now, it's $20,000. $20,000, right? Plus taxes, huh? You probably leave away with $5,000. This shit ain't worth it. But I don't snitch on another man like that. I will not do that shit. I am so sorry. What else I want to say? Yeah, man, that's really, really messed up. It's a messed up game. It just shows you how New Orleans needs help. Yeah, they really do. Like, they're all fucked up. They're all over the place. And it's so audacious. They have the audacity, to sit there and have this fucking pseudo pride about the city. Man, Cantrell, go eat a dick. I can say so much. I might even do a part 2 on this. But, hey, I'm rooting for these motherfuckers to get out of the country. Seriously, to get out of the country. So, you can say, oh yeah, he did this, he did this, he did that, he did this, he did that. Hey man, it's almost like an O.J. Simpson situation to me. He may have done it, but it's the fact that you have a group of men that are escaping the system, and I root for that. So at that point, it doesn't matter what they have done, what they were charged for. They are escaping the system. And we're done here. Let's get back to work. I swear to God, bro. Yeah, I have another story to tell you guys real soon about this one chick and some of the bullshit that she has been lying on me on. And, the way this thing is that other women have been noticing that she's been lying. Other women at my job, they've been noticing that she has been lying. And it's so funny where, I'm hearing from people that she's saying that this is her last week here. Hurry up, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. Go, 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 go. Shut up. Shut up. Go. Alright. Alright. This is how it is, man. When, you do these type of videos and, you guys would not believe the pandemonium. I mean, every day, it's something else. It's like a movie every day, and I don't like it too much. I like calmness. I like peace. Oh, I really do. I really want peace again. Shout out to my good friend out there. Shout out to my good friend out there, and she knows who she is. Alright, let's roll out.